Dr Jackie Blue.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. I'm pleased to rise to the second reading of the Employment Relations Amendment Bill number 2, and it's an excellent bill. I congratulate the Minister. Mr Speaker, this bill provides flexibility, greater choice and ensures a balance of fairness for both employers and employees. It does amend the Employment Relations Act 2000 to make changes in a number of areas, which include union access to workplaces, communications with employees during collective bargaining, personal grievances, employment institutions and labour inspectors' role and enforcement powers. And I'd like to just reinforce that the changes made to this bill are both pragmatic and practical to the issues that are currently facing employers and employees. It will result in a reduction of compliance costs, give businesses more confidence to grow, take on new staff, help resolve workplace disputes faster and provide choices for employees and employers. Just want to talk a little bit about the union access to workplaces, Mr Speaker. The rules on union access will be changing so that any access will require the consent of the employer, but importantly, consent cannot be unreasonably withheld. The Employers and Manufacturers Association of the Northern Region, whose members employ over 300,000 people, supported these changes. They said that the current law was problematic and that when union access problems arise, they are serious and there was no practical recourse for the employer. They said the current recourse for a good faith breach in the Employment Relations Authority occurred so long after the incident happened that it was of little use. They certainly supported this aspect of the bill. Mr Speaker, this bill also clarifies that an employer may communicate directly with employees while bargaining for a collective employment agreement is underway, provided that the communications are consistent with the duty of good faith. Mr Speaker, I also want to talk about the extension of the 90-day trial period to all businesses with respect to the economic climate that has prevailed. The government is working hard, Mr Speaker, to lift the long-term performance of the economy, create more jobs, raise living standards and deliver world-class public services for Kiwi families. New jobs, Mr Speaker, will not be created unless a business has the confidence that they can expand and diversify. The 90-day trial period has encouraged employers to take on new staff. It will give those people who do not have a work record, such as students, migrants and women returning to the workforce, a chance to enter the workforce. The 90-day trial extension to all businesses is in fact very moderate, as the Minister has outlined in her speech. Almost every other country in the OECD, Mr Speaker, has a trial period for new employees. In many countries, the trial period is much longer than our 90-day trial, can be up to 12 months in some cases. It's all about giving businesses the increased confidence to hire new employees and give many more people a chance to enter into the job market. Mr Speaker, the Hospitality Association of New Zealand told the Select Committee that the hospitality industry is a first employer of many young workers and that first employment often brings with it the most risk and uncertainty for an employer. The association considered that the bill will introduce a useful measure of certainty and consolidate that employment relationship to make it work. In the survey that has been done about the 90-day trial, 40% of employers who hired someone on the trial period said it was unlikely they would have taken on a new employee without that. Mr Speaker, the vast majority of people employed on the trial period, 74% in fact, have remained employed. This is extremely positive. It's hardly the fire at will the members opposite accuse the 90-day period of. This bill is positive for employers and employees. It's a win-win, and I commend this bill to the House, Mr Speaker.